certainly a lot of power once you hit that
10
level
seconds
4.
remaining.
Or that minute 4, where Night Stalker's level 3, Jakiro's level 3, meaning you
5
have 2
seconds
levels,
remaining.
2 points in Dual Breath, 1 point in Liquid Fire, or if worst case scenario, 2 points of Ice Breath, in Ice Path, but that's really uncommon.
Radiant
So
team
let's assume
back.
Dual Breath and Liquid Fire build, and that means that you have a lot of damage output just with level 3. Night Stalker comes, ganks the mid lane, super easy for these two heroes. Once you get a bit of snowball going, both Juggernaut and Jakiro have pushing power with a Healing Ward and the Liquid Breath, so you will, Liquid Fire, sorry. So you will
10
have
seconds remaining.
the ability to take down towers and take advantage of this early game domination you might be able to
5
get.
seconds
Puck loves playing
remaining.
aggressively, especially against something like a Necrophos, for example, where you can put a bit of pressure if Necrophos does end up going mid. So Puck is able to, take advantage of these kind of early game aggressors to actually kill things out. Necrophos mid sounds like a terrible idea though, in all honesty.
Radiant team pick.
And try to run something different in that mid lane. Next Regum Qeon. Okay, so they both teams think that they're missing. Each is missing a mid. Puck mid maybe not the best of
10 seconds
idea. I mean,
remaining.
I don't think it's really not necessary to put a quap Puck.
5
As an
seconds
offlaner,
remaining.
for example, you could start something along the lines of a Legion, which is fine. Against the Ancient Apparition, she's not too weak and does nicely against Storks here. The Bloodseeker would have actually been really nice for Regum Qeon, but they themselves banned it. If you want to run something, in this case, in the mid lane, that gives you, I mean, you already have a lot of teamfight potential, so mid lane, some carries potential, like a DK doesn't look bad here, but the Ancient Apparition does crush him to some degree. I mean, the Ancient Apparition is just really good against many heroes, right? You could run the OD, for example, as well. OD is actually quite good against Team EVOS because they have pretty squishy heroes and can stop Necrophos Ghost Shard from being effective, but that hero is rarely picked nowadays. He's also really powerful in Night Stalker as a setter for any melee support. I actually would love to see
Dire
an
team
OD.
pick.
I think it's a very good pickup here. But the choice is the Ember Spirit. Yeah, he's pretty good against Ancient Apparition due to his Flame Guard. He does not rely on his regen a lot. Actually, it's pretty good now. I see it. The Necrophos cannot really crush him in the mid lane if that happens because the Flame Guard, again, is pretty good preventing all that burst damage. You're going to have a very reliable
10
way of
seconds remaining.
taking it out once he's level 2. And Team EVOS will run
Choose
the
your hero.
Warlord most likely in that mid lane to counter the Ember. I think that's a great idea, actually. So Ember is a low armor hero. No, sorry. Knows this. Is one of Yabiu's best heroes, which I completely forgot. I know Yabiu is not particularly played. I still think the OD would have been slightly better here because the Ember does counter. I mean, I guess it kind of goes with the idea of your team of ganking early and then taking advantage of this, but hey, you really do miss that late game, and he's kind of a weirdly defensive pick for the lineup you're running. He offers a lot of You just want to play aggressively and try to take the towers, Night Stalker, Jakiro, and have your high ground defense here might not help you, especially against a Troll Warlord. But in this case, it does give you a bit more versatility in case you want to change your game plan halfway through. You are running a Puck in the offlane, which means a lesser Blink Dagger, or a later Blink Dagger, meaning that you can't play as aggressively as I would like in the beginning. That said, though, the Troll Warlord pick is fantastic. I mean, you go for the 5-way versus Puck, which, I mean, he's going to win the lane, obviously, the Necrophos against a Puck, because, well, he's going to win the lane. In the mid lane, he'd already be okay against a Puck. Puck can put a lot of aggression onto him, but as long as Night Stalker doesn't gank him, he's fine. But now with the Ancient Apparition and even the Earthshaker, Puck can't do anything against both of them, right? So he's just going to give up the lane, probably not get much last hits, let Necrophos pretty much free farm the mid lane, where you destroying the Ember Spirit. I would be surprised if Ember got any more than 10 lasses by minute 4.
Brutal, savage,
Let's say more than 10 lasses by minute 2 or minute 3. I think it's actually kind of surprising because oh god, I hate when they do. Flame Guard is not particularly good ability to stop Troll at all. He has an easy way to stop it with your Whirling Axe's double damage. The 75 allows you to take the Flame Guard level 1 without much problem. And then Flame Guard level 2, you combine the Whirling Axe's range and the Whirling Axe's melee. And as long as you have level 2, the Whirling Axe's, mind you, you're able to also take it out. So what's happening.
Patience from Zoe.
So this allows them to actually put a lot of pressure in the mid lane, in addition to the fact that he takes advantage of the low armor and Ember Spirit pretty well. Goes for a poor man's shield so he can actually take the creeps out and in. I'm very much in favor of EVOS' draft to that last pick of Ember Spirit. Before, I thought RQ had a good amount of damage, but the low hero pool of RQ seems to be hurting them considerably. The illogic going for the Juggernaut, Yabu for the Ember Spirit. Seems like you want to increase your hero pool a bit, and EVOS is definitely much more into the meta. You have good team fight combinations, a great ancient apparition, easy lanes, simple execution, and a good mid game with a Troll Warlord Necrophos, where Troll is able to get all the resources necessary, and Necrophos can become a secondary carry, which is what he likes to do. However, Necrophos in the carry position, Troll in the mid lane. And that means that the Necrophos will be a bit more useful than the traditional, let's sacrifice our Necrophos because he might just kind of hero. Right, that said, looking a bit as well, because I think it's an interesting thing to consider because of a lot of bettors. I don't particularly want to, you know, say who to bet on and whatnot, but just the first 10 kills, I think it's an interesting way to look at it. You obviously have RQ with a bunch of advantage, like a huge advantage here with Night Stalker. I'd be hard-pressed to believe that EVOS can take it. If the EVOS gets the first 10 kills, it's because our RQ messed up, because they should not be dying. Except for the Ember, they don't have many possibilities of killing anyone. Ember with the Earthshaker, they can't really kill Night Stalker, obviously, unless he overextends. They definitely cannot kill a Juggernaut unless he overextends. Puck, same idea, and Jakiro is way too tanky to be killed in the early game, especially with the liquid fire. Top your attack speed once you attack him. So, if RQ do lose those first 10 kills, it's probably because EVOS let them. EVOS made mistakes, right? EVOS, on the other hand, has a pretty safe way of playing this. Once you get to the mid game, sorry, if wrong way around. If EVOS gets the first 10 kills, it's because RQ let them. Whereas EVOS, if they play actually a very safe game, they might still die just because of Night Stalker's potential in the mid game, and of course Juggernaut's killing potential early, and even Embers with that Searing Chains, and they can't punish the Necrophos pick, but they might force the Ancient Apparition and Earthshaker to stay with them, meaning they can go for the Troll Warlord freely, and even for the Darkseer, as they have a lot of stuns to actually deal with him. Well, not necessarily a lot, because you're not going to level up the Ice Path, I suppose. But you would have the Searing Chains if they decide to rotate, which is not that hard to say, as you're up against a Darkseer with a Juggernaut to help you out. And of course, that Crippling Fear can stop your surge. I think it's an interesting thought exercise, even if I'm not a bettor myself. Because of just, it shows you pretty much what team has a better aggression, but also what's the conditions for a team to get kills, right? What makes a team better at getting kills or worse at getting kills, etc. So it's a nice little thing to explain. Look at Troll though. I mean, he's being harassed by 2 heroes already, and he's beating the Ember Spirit and last hits. Granted, he has lost a lot of, well, missed more last hits than the Ember has for now, but he's able to put a lot of pressure just with the Fervor and the Whirling Axis. Now they go into the Flame Guard very intelligently because he knows he can't cancel it. So Yabu putting up damage whenever he can. Salve used. He doesn't want to cancel the Flame Guard. Knows it doesn't last long enough. So Facehugger will just continue to receive a bit of harassment. But this is a thing lane. Look at that. 4 last hits to the Ember Spirit. And now the Fissure misses entirely. That's unfortunate, but they can start denying some creeps. So now it's finally Facehugger's turn to get those last hits up and stop missing as many last hits. At first he started dominating just because he had to play a bit aggressively. Now he knows how to play in a much more defensive fashion. Try to just win the lane against Yabu, which is what you should be doing anyway. This is with the help of the Night Stalker, mind you. So the fact that Troll is even staying, even with both of them, Night Stalker being a high armor hero, is pretty impressive and shows the domination of the matchup. In this case, being in favor of the Troll. Now, in this top lane, Koala has been harassing the 5-0 considerably. With only 1 level of Death Pulse, you don't really have enough healing, and doesn't have Ghost Shroud yet to use with the Magic Stick. So for now, he decided to go for 1 level of Heartstoppers just for the sake of harassment, which I think is a great idea. Heartstoppers as early as you can, pile up the harassment, and just go with it. Nice. Very nice Whirling Axis, by the way. You know something that people don't comment on enough in the mid lane, but I'm always surprised by it happening. Maybe because I'm not a mid lane player myself. And okay, Facehugger, that's nice. Denies the rune. Shepard can't do anything against him. Actually, first hit bash, so just let him go. And something I love about mid laners is that sometimes I notice that they set up lasses for one of their skills. Like they hit like 2 creeps and they know exactly how the creeps are gonna hit. Clear 2 creeps at the same time or something like that. I don't know, it seems like a dumb thing, but it's something that really differentiates like a bad mid lane player from a good mid lane player when they understand creep aggro perfectly. However, that said, Facehugger is losing the mid lane against Yabu technically, right? The Yabu has gotten many more last hits. He's doing pretty well for this Ember. Now that Night Stalker has left and Ember has level 2, he's still not a threat, really, and I don't know why Facehugger's not putting a bit more pressure onto him. There's a lot of creeps pushing. He's not maintaining equilibrium too well in this lane, and he's not able to harass the Ember much as he would like, which is something you want to do with Troll, right? If you maintain creep equilibrium properly, and he's missing a lot of last hits as well. If you maintain creep equilibrium properly, you can pretty much keep the creeps in the mid lane around this area. They go into the towers because you wanted to push, but this is a ridiculous amount of creeps that went under the tower. Like, it's not what you want to do, right? You want to do a bit less, so we don't have them any chances, per se, to take last hits. And even if they miss one, it's a pretty big deal. So, the way Facehugger is maintaining creep equilibrium is quite not that great, frankly. He's just kind of trying to harass best he can, and I think it's just more of a hectic team mid lane. He's even using the whirling access to get last hits because he is kind of being pushed out by the Night Stalker. Interesting. Anyway, the Earthshaker can't link this lane either, which allows him... I mean, the one issue here is that RQ does not really benefit from this either. Night Stalker, I guess they're just waiting for minute 4 to really be effective. And they're going to start rotating afterwards. The Veal, Surge, he's fine. So now it's minute 4. Now it's nighttime. First nighttime. Let's see what Night Stalker can do. This is the important time, right? Earthshaker has been rotating to the mid lane. He doesn't really mind rotating to the mid lane and putting a bit of pressure. He's okay with that. But now with Night Stalker, he's going to pretty much have to stay in the mid lane, or the Troll is probably going to die. Especially with the low amount of HP he has. Vlaiku, no tangos on him. I thought for a second he had his arcane was like, wow, so quick. Okay, no tangos on him, so he can't help heal the Troll. He is actually getting a salve the shop. I'm interested because you do have an Iron Branch. Oh, okay, he's going for the magic stick. Alright, in the top lane, meanwhile, they try to harass Koala, but the same idea. You can't really trigger a cold feet against the puck. It's almost impossible. So, it's been 40 seconds. Night Stalker has done absolutely nothing. Finally got his boots, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say that's his boots. I don't know if that's, yeah, that was his 4-man shield. Regardless, the Night Stalker is now at least he's quick with nighttime. Might find Facehugger or the Courier. Gets the ward up. Facehugger is going to salve himself back up, and they can't really stop him from doing so, which is unfortunate. So now he's a very difficult target to kill, especially with the high armor he has. That extra 5 armor, right? No, 6 armor. Wow. That extra 6 armor from the Berserker's Rage makes it really hard for them to actually go onto him and kill him. Night Stalker depends a bit on his base. Because, well, now Void, they try to go onto this other line, and he blinded. Vlaiku just fighting against that ward. They know there was a ward there because they probably, maybe they saw Night Stalker go away around, or they just noticed. Now Facehugger, careful. He's been hit, but he's had the Fairy Fire plus the Magic Stick. In comes the Dual Breath, hits him entirely. Again, wants to eat the Fairy Fire to survive, and the Magic Stick still available. Might die to the Liquid Fire. In comes Sheffer, cannot get the Void off, because he does not have enough mana to actually use it, and a Regen Rune is perfect for Facehugger. Sees it, like, guys, I don't even need to use a Shrine. Look at this beauty. This green beauty, stopping the aggression entirely, forcing a rotation with the Jakiro, allowing a Veal a bit more space in this lane, and still not losing anything as a result. They're even able to use the Shrine, so no aggression the aggression is not useful at all by the guys at RQ. That's in 2 minutes of nighttime. He completely evaded as the Phi Boy here tries to fight Koala, forcing the Shrine out. Once he forces out, he knows he can just walk away, but that's a Shrine forced out for, well, not really many skills or commitments, because this lane has been pretty much the same for the whole time, and they still have a good amount of mana. Whereas the other Shrine was a bit smarter, as Darkseer does want to stay in this lane and make it so that Jakiro cannot rotate. Those are the two differences. When you force the Darkseer. No. When the Darkseer is forced to Shrine, that's an off-lane Shrine, no big deal. Same as the fuck, right? But Yabu, oh. There's a Searing Chains. Yabu cannot get killed here. The way that EVOS is running their lanes, Ancient Apparition will not rotate regardless, whereas the Jakiro and the
Dire's
And that Stalker
bottom
might,
tower
or will,
is under
probably.
attack.
So if you leave the Juggernaut alone with this Darkseer, you actually create a pretty big disparity. So Darkseer does benefit from being up high in HP, whereas the Puck does not as much because he can't put that much pressure into the Necrophos and Ancient Apparition. Even if you do force a rotation by the Ancient Apparition, Necrophos can deal with your Puck fine, even if he's not full HP. So the pressure Koala can put out is not that big, and you can see a difference in Lances already. It's just, Darkseer's just naturally able to get more, right, out of the lane. So that's just expected. That's what I said about the safe lanes. Anyway, they go up to the top lane. Oh, fuck. Please, Jonta. They're like, please, Jonta. He did not mess up. They have a Reaper Scythe, though. A bit difficult for Koala to get out of it in the situation. They are aiming for him. They don't see Vlaiku, though. They do see Ancient Apparition. So they know they're aiming for a kill. It's very obvious these movements means there's an Earthshaker somewhere. They even ping him. Yep, they saw him now. Koala will find Vlaiku. Can't use Enchant on him because the Waning Rift would stop it. Unless with cast point, right? That's why he didn't even try to commit it. Logic, though, does need to use a Shrine, but that Shrine has already been used by Yabiyu, meaning a Logic now. It's like, well, I have to clarity up, wait for my Magic Stick to get some charges. Darkseer can become a real threat now, because he already has Soul Ring, so he can spam that Iron Shell as much as he wants. And of course, one Blade Fury will only save you from a bit of damage. He doesn't see him, Alright, well, that's unfortunate, as he can healing ward himself back up. With this Logic with taking those stacks, that's pretty good. With the build, no. That's a lot. They have the same, very similar colors, so if I'm for a color black, that's smart. Anyway, in top lane, they find the 5-boy. This could be an easy kill, and yes, with the rotation of Yabiyu, they get it finally. He gets frozen solid, but the first blood still goes in favor of RRQ. As Troll has to try to, or starts to take a tower here in the mid lane. A bit of extra pushing speed with that fervor, but no battle trance, so it's a bit hard to take that tower regardless. And that rotation worked out really nicely as Ember actually gets the first blood, or helps Puck get the first blood. And there's only a 3-man rotation, so he actually gets a considerable amount of gold out of that. Now Tuhoi finds Koala. Or sorry, Koala finds Tuhoi. He gets frozen solid, but Tuhoi will get burnt to a crisp. As the Ancient Apparition is melted down, and Viola in the bottom lane actually gets a kill against the Juggernaut, a solo kill, forcing that Blade Fury early, then harassing him too much with the Iron Shell. He could have gone on those creeps, by the way, but he's playing in the safe. Okay. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Yabiyu, another kill as the 5-boy rotates for no reason. And Vlaiku fights against Yabiyu. Here's another rotation from the Ancient Apparition. Can they stop the TP? Enchant Totem available. Yep, and the Cold Feet might trigger. Yabiyu stuck there for too long. The Cold Feet triggers. They can get the kill. And Tuhoi will just look him the wrong way. And Ember Spade will just shatter to the ground. Anyway, with that, we see EVOS and RRQ pretty much head-to-head, with a slight advantage now for RRQ in terms of kills, but honestly, in terms of net worth, it's EVOS who is leading. And that's good, because the Troll Warlord is expecting to lead anyway. He's beat the Ember Spade as expected by a lot, and that means that the mid-game is going to be a tower-pushing game for these guys at EVOS. As they're able to get constant team fights, take advantage of the Darkseer who comes online a bit sooner than the Puck, especially a Puck who had a pretty bad lane, and just crush the enemy team with the Darkseer plus Earthshaker combo. In fact, what's interesting is that the Puck is not too far off from the Earthshaker. If he goes for the Veil of Discord, which I don't know if he will. He did go for double null, but I don't know if he's going to go for the Veil of Discord. Like might be able to get the Blink Dagger around the same time. Anyway, he's been silenced. Stream coiled up. They really want to kill this Earthshaker. Has no Enchant Totem or well, anything. Really, he has no Echo Slam either, so he couldn't really do much there. Meanwhile, the Darkseer is fighting against a Juggernaut here in the bottom lane. And the Omni Slash is available. Avil might be able to cut down his little pieces. Look how he's using his illusion just to prevent one of the hits from the Omni Slash. Now he heals back up, together with the illusion and Logic falling it a bit too far. Might get punished for this. Nope, there's no rotations. And in the mid lane, they're actually going on to this Night Stalker. They stun him out once, twice, 3 times. Yet that's the third bash that marks the death of the Night Stalker. As an Echo Slam comes in and stops a Logic right in his tracks. Facehugger will die against a Logic, but they need to get this counter kill. And Logic is slicing this Ancient Apparition up, and the Cold Feet will trigger and kill him. But they do get that kill on Ancient Apparition as a result. Yabiyu now trying to kill Vlaiku as well, but unable to follow this through as he doesn't have any more mana and does not want to play aggressively. That's a carry for support both teams, so ends up being pretty beneficial for RRQ, I would guess, because you do want to stop the Troll Warlord from being effective. And the Juggernaut got the kills before he himself died, so he did get the experience. I think in the end that ends up being pretty beneficial for the guys at RRQ. And the lead starts 6-4, 1k lead for the Indonesian team. Surprising for RRQ here. They're both Indonesian, that's a joke by the way. Anyway, they're gonna start going for the tower now. Facehugger starts to push a bit in this mid lane. Oh, careful, the Jakiro is gonna be frozen solid. Actually, no need for it. The Yabiyu just comes in, finds Facehugger, tries to harass him a bit, see if they can get the counter kill. The cold feet though, a bit dangerous. Enchant Totem even hits, and now the Ice Blast as well. He's been frozen solid together with the Shatter, takes the healing ward off. Not like it mattered to save Yabiyu while he's still Ice Blasted up, but hey, it's still a good idea. And from behind, you see a Darkseer that comes way too soon, and for no reason. I didn't even know what he was doing there, honestly. He came by, had a vacuum, I suppose, vacuum wall replica, but there was no Echo Slam available or any sort of, follow-up anyway. He didn't use it, by the way, but that's beyond the point. He comes in, surges from behind, and of course gets... What do you expect, really? Anyway, they start going for this tower in the mid lane. A Logic face boots himself up, goes up to Tuhoi. Oh, there's the Fissure, stopping his movement, and Logic is actually stuck. Fantastic Fissure, but Night Stalker will find Tuhoi anyway. Claw, 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 until the Ancient Apparition has been turned from an ice cone to scraped ice. And now, Sheffer rotates to the top lane. He has the help of Yabiyu. And they're going to try to find a couple kills here. Maybe one against the Fireboy, maybe one against Facehugger. Seems like they don't want to continue this too far. Like I said, RRQ, seems like the first 10 kills is going to be theirs for now. Unless you could try to force a team fight, right? Try to take advantage of this Darkseer. You're giving a lot of space to the Puck, who went for a Veil of Discord. You should punish that by not fighting too often early on and just trying to farm. Let's see. Now, Jakiro, careful, cold feet. Is he going to trigger? No. But the Echo Slam will be used with 3 per side. 2 ultimates for the Jakiro. Now they're defenseless as the Puck joins in. And he jumps right to the orb next to the Darkseer. There they go. Dream Coil just for the Earthshaker. The Ice Blast will hit this Night Stalker. And Sheffer will go down. And Jabiyu comes in. Searing Chains roots someone up. But the Fireboy can last all this damage down. There's the Ember Spirits. But the Fireboy will go Shroud just in time. He now surges up. Takes away the Flame Guard. Yabiyu being hurt pretty hard. But the Puck actually uses the Illusory Orb as a deterrent. So they can't follow through with this aggression. So in the end, we see the guys from RRQ losing just a simple Night Stalker, unable to get any counter kills. But of course, a couple of those ultimates committed there. That was a decent team fight though by EVOS. Finally recovering a bit. As a score even. And Logic is the Omni Slash. It's level 2 Omni Slash. And wow, that's very unlucky to Troll Warlord. They can kill a Logic though, maybe. They're not fast enough. Wow, that was really unfortunate. You will go with the Ancient Apparition, you're right next to him, and he receives none of the Omni Slash hits. All 6 of them swallowed up by that Troll Warlord. Seems like you were just really, really unlucky. It's one of those things where... Anyway, the Spirits onto Darkseer. He's been silenced. He wants to walk away. Still has a surge, but he's been rooted up. Vacuum to pull him behind the Fissure. And Sheffer will just be able to run away as Yabiyu being harassed by the Earthshaker. He's been stopped. There's the Fireboy. Oh. Yep, they're both going to be okay. As they just keep you away. EVOS. Set to keep on farming. And a Macropire in the top lane that does absolutely nothing, but I guess it's push this lane out and get some more farm to the Fireboy. Alright, that sounds good for them. 10 kills, now going the way of RRQ after that final kill. So, no surprise there. Yabiyu, considering the draft, mind you. Went for a Mask of Madness build, interestingly enough. It is... it's not uncommon on Troll. I think it's just a lot of variations on Troll's builds, but I like the Mask of Madness for objective taken. I think if you're not winning by too much, Mask of Madness is very cheap, but high source of damage. So I like the idea. They don't have much physical damage except for the Juggernaut to begin with, so the minus armor is not as effective or not as good. Not as strong, I suppose, not as big deterrent on the Troll Warlord, which is good, even though he does have the Berserker's range anyway. Sometimes you want to use the Mask of Madness' range form and not be concerned too much about the fact that you're missing armor. In this case, you can. So, that's perfectly. Now, in the top lane, Yabiyu and Asio decide to go for a small rotation, maybe find the Ancient Apparition, Tuhoi. Not going to be targeted in the end. I mean, I don't know if they see him. Yeah, he's in a TP in time. Is the Ice Path available? No. Tuhoi. In the mid lane, though, Facehugger decide to go for the first tower for EVOS. That's good. Well, just a tier 1. That's all you grow and grow until you become. Okay, nobody here. No problem. All the rotations going to the top lane. Maybe a logic. The target of aggression. This tower still not being taken. It looks not deny range. Oh, like it takes an arcane rune. Do you really want to fight this, Yabiyu? They still have a lot of damage. Evades the fissure entirely. Facehugger gets a lucky stun. Now the Echo Slot committed, and this Ember Spirit will lose his life. There by Facehugger. No, I'm kidding. It was not a play. He was just lucky with a stun. It was a good play by the Ember. I think he got a bit cocky. Never play against a troll and think, well, I might not get stunned. If he hits you 10 times, he's bound to stun you once. It's not that low of a chance, really, with a troll warlord. So, trying to play there with the Ember, trying to evade hits and whatnot. You can't evade hits against a bash, right? You just have to pray that you don't get bashed. That's what you do. Especially because let's not forget that the troll bash, like any other bash in the game, does not work with pseudo or RNG, so you can't even have a more precise manner. It just happens at one point, right? It's pure chance there. Right, in the bottom lane, Vil trying to stop the Logic's push a bit. I don't know why he just surged himself back up. He has no shield. Okay. Surge just like, hey guys, I can run. Look at me, look at me. Anyway, now he sees this here. No, he's not seeing this here, but he knows that it might be someone around. He does not scan them, but he doesn't see anyone else on the map. And while he's doing all this weird stuff, his enemy team, or the rest of his team, is trying to push up the tier 1 in the top lane. It's going to be a tier 2 for a tier 1 trade, which is hugely beneficial to RQ. And now RQ, even smartly enough, they're actually going for a smoke gank. So the troll's not even close to this tower, but he's farming jungle, and they might find him. They will find him, actually. He's been picked out. Dream Coil, even in darkness, to stop some of the invasion from the enemy team. He's been silenced, stunned, and destroyed. As in the mid lane, we see, or sorry, in the top lane, we see a Logic being hit by the Ice Blast, but they can't actually follow through. Sheffer lights up Vlaiku with the Void. TP cancelled. Vlaiku against 4 cannot win. And EVOS will be losing too for the price of none as RQ starts getting the domination in this game. I did like EVOS' draft slightly better. I did not think the Ember Spirit would work, but Yabiyu is a magnificent Ember Spirit and nobody can...
Coin for me.
By the Ember Spirit.
Illusion.
Now, with this, Yabiyu. Oh, what is he doing? Okay, I thought for a second that. Alright, yeah, he saw Troll and it's like, nope, I'm not fighting next to him. Facehugger is still a pretty powerful hero, especially with the build he went for. It does allow him to be powerful and have many items. However, Juggernaut is very close to getting Diffusal Blade now, together with Montestyle, which is always grass. That's going to be a huge burst of agility for this Juggernaut, in addition to having the Mana Burn, which is very effective. And the way to dispel the Ghost Trap means the Fireboy is going to be just pretty much bait for the enemy team. Jakiro, pretty root to the ground. Ice Path, gaining some time. Macropar as well, zoning out. The rest of his team still wants to fight this. Dream Coil available, and it finds two with the Dream Coil. Meanwhile, on the backlines, we see a Mask of Madness being used together with the Troll. No, sorry, just the Battle Trance being used. As Tuhoi goes down, Ice Path will not find anyone. The Vacuum actually stops the aggression, but the Armor Slash hits anyway. Darkseer's dead. The Fireboy, next target of aggression. Reaper Scythe will come out, destroy the Ember Spirit, but he's been silenced. No more spells, no more healing. Meaning a Logic can guarantee this kill. And now they want to go for more. They want to go for a tier 4, as EVOS does not know what they know what to do. because all of their teammates are dead on the floor. We'll see. RQ. Pressure against this tower in the mid lane. No, they just decide to walk away. The troll world is still a bit deterrent, and I guess you have the ancient apparition, which came back alive really soon. The Earthshaker has the blink dagger and an echo slab, so you don't want to play too aggressively and get punished for it. After all, you are winning by a decent amount, but not enough to call it quits. And it's really only the Juggernaut that has more farm than anyone else. You're waiting for a Diffusal Blade to begin with, because you really need the Diffusal Blade to do the insane amount of damage that you expect with the Juggernaut. I mean, look at his agility now, though. He has over 100 agility. He has 115 agility, if I'm not mistaken. 113 agility, sorry, with that Diffusal Blade. It's fantastic. It's a huge agility stick, even after the nerf. So after the nerf, it became... it's okay. Like, it's not as good at giving you stats as it used to be. It used to be like third strongest in the game. Like an Ember Spirit, stunned up. Okay, he's dead. It used to be like one of the best stat sticks in the game. Now it's equal to a Butterfly when you upgrade it, which is still less than E-Blade though. And that means that you become equal to Butterfly in terms of agility, but less damage and whatnot. So it's a good stat stick, but not that good anymore. And the 28 agility is okay, but it's just better. It's one agility better than the upgraded Hurricane Pike. Than the Hurricane Pike.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's okay. But the Mana Burn does translate really well with the Mana Cloud that Juggernaut tends to go for. And of course the Juggernaut with his low BAT means he hits pretty fast. Usually he's going to have a better attack speed, so he does benefit a lot from those kind of Mana Burn or feedback mechanics rather. We call it feedback, by the way, because that's really small. Oh, that too.
Stains, gold remains. My spirit.
Now Blythe. Oh, there's the target. Dual breath hits. Ice Path as well. He's getting stunned down. Macro Fire. A lot of damage into Blythe. Ice Path trying to help him out. Run of Atos. They actually stop the Night Stalker right to the ground. And he's going to be Reaper Scythed up, but they can't kill him just yet. Can they trigger the Shatter? They might be able to. Sheffer outrunning that Death Pulse, and he still has the urn. That Death Pulse. Okay. It's lost in the fog. Finally hits Sheffer. Nope. Ended up being pretty okay for the Night Stalker. Oh, there they go. Destroyed Yabu. Now, Duhoy stuck down. Dream Cold triggers to finish him off. As RR. In the mid lane, Nuwa, Flyku. Oh, careful. There's the two Diffusal Blades. With the root, finds him, but the Omni Slash, they can still trigger that Ghost Shroud. Yeah, goodbye Ghost Shroud. They just slice and dice him, but the Flyboy is still surviving. And how are you supposed to kill him? And Logic is just committing to this, but they can't. Oh, Yabu eventually has to run and get the kill, but first hit bash. Yabu stuck between a rock and a hard place with a PKE from Facehugger being a huge deterrent. He saw the Searing Chains, will Searing Chains to throw water down, and now he's been silenced. A lot of damage. The Ice Blast will hit together with the Echo Slam. A magnificent combination that makes Jakiro go extinct once again. And now Sheffer in the trees, flying himself away. Will he be able to survive with the help of Koala? Maybe not. Actually, Koala with a Veil of Discord decimates the Darkseer. And Duhoy still fighting against Sheffer. Sheffer says, why are you fighting me, little ice cream cone? I can still beat you. Dream Cone from behind. Koala creating so many plays. Will come out and waiting Rift, maybe the Void. Now the Illusory of Troll is down. The Yule Center takes away the Cold Feet. Now Duhoy fighting versus 2. He's just giving up as RRQ turned this team fight around from a near lost engagement into a fantastic trade. It's still pretty impressive what they did there. That was what a good play by Koala. They're constantly using the puck's escape mechanisms just for actual advantage, you know? Like, most of the time you see just puck kind of being scurrying around and hard to kill, but there he was doing so much damage. These are the kind of puck plays you expect, really. Right? So it was very well played by him. I think in the beginning, tunnel visioning by the Juggernaut ended up in made them lose the team fight by a lot. Losing a logic there was completely unnecessary, but at least the puck kind of recovered it in the end. That's a pretty good outcome, I would say. Okay, phase boot, face hug. With Flyco also joining in, the Blink Dagger available. And they go, stunned out. Oh no, poor little Amber. Stunned for too long. Oh, that last elated fist stops the second bash. Facehugger was not lucky enough. He even activated Mask of Mass, tried to kill him soon. Did not get it. Meanwhile, Logic has to outrun that cold feet. Wants to find a hill. Not the target. As the Ancient Apparitions will be forced to oh no, 20 seconds till that TP. Will they find him? Probably not, frankly. I think he should be perfectly fine. Yeah. What are the chances of you finding an Ancient Apparition in the trees? You know, what are the chances of you been thinking that an Ancient Apparition came down and oh, they saw him. Tuhoi's like, okay, go, oh no, no, please! Goodbye. You can even tell the moment that he knew he fucked up when he saw the Juggernaut of the puck, and he just... Tuhoi, it's a bit of a suicide... Like, it's not... I'm not the biggest fan of this playstyle with the Ancient Apparition. A bit too offensive with him, but sometimes it does work out. I think he has a tendency to just kind of sacrifice himself too often at some point in the game. I mean, failed is going to Facehugger, meaning they want to continue this aggression. At least they're thinking about it. There is one good. Heals that stops the dog here. Up in the sky, down to the ground, so he's turned into a meat-bound mound. Sorry. But the Fireboy now slowed down. He still has the Ghost Shred. They can stop it. He's been silenced. Ice Path actually triggers onto him. Couldn't cast it. The Searing Chain's available. They stop him entirely. And in comes the Juggernaut with the damage. That Blink Dagger working wonders so they can catch up to the Fireboy. Meanwhile, Tuhoi, really, what wins? Fire or ice? Almost always fire. And he's going to discover this as he goes down as well. Facehugger. Oh, nope. He's not going to be targeted again. I mean, they've killed all the supporting cast.
Never refuse gold. Give it.
Dire are scanning.
The tool to teach.
Right. Okay. Trading coiled up. The Necrophil. Silence. I don't know what was happening here, but they're going to continue the aggression. Yabius. Roots 2 down. Garden Games takes one of the roots away. But they want to continue this fight as they find Chef for the trees. He still has the Aghanim. Superior vision. Very hard to fight against that, really. Nobody dies here for RQ. And look at who died for EVOS. Tuhoi. Who is surprised about this? Nobody. Seriously, your Ancient Apparition, just hang back, be the artillery, use your Ice Blast. You don't need to commit sacrifice every 2 minutes. There's no need for it, really. At some points, you kind of start wondering, Tuhoi, you are an Ancient Apparition with the lowest armor supports in the game, super low HP, terrible strength and agility gain in general. Actually, decent agility gain for being a support, terrible strength gain. Just don't fight. You're made out of paper, right? You don't need to be in the middle of the fight. You have huge range. Why are you even in the middle of the fray? Let's trigger cold feet, I suppose. Oh, Cold Feet's been using one of the illusion cards. It's clear that they don't know they want to fight here. They go Dream Coil to 3, and it's a very important 3. They stop the initiation completely. They want to kill the Earthshaker first, and Logic Guard destroys Duhoi, surprisingly. And now Logic stuck in the Reaper Scythe. They're going to get the kill to the Juggernaut. W, the next target of aggression. Can he make it out alive? Yes, he will with that Spirit. They want to continue fighting this. The Darkseer is found by the Void. Still gets the Ice Bath. And then comes the puck from behind, and Seal with a Glimmer Cape might able to save himself. The dust comes right at the moment of Seal's death. As Facehugger, the Seal set her back up so they can't follow up. That's going to be 2 for 2, but Juggernaut dying. Huge turn there. You do have a Radiance now on Yabiyu. That's going to amplify his damage. That Roshan. Facehugger. We'll be taking this Roshan up, meaning Aegis for him. They also root down the Night Stalker. Ice Blast finds him. Sheffer. Oh, vacuum back up, so Cold Feet triggers. Fantastic. And Sheffer will be going down here, while the Ember tries to do a bit of split pushing, as he should be right now. He can't fight them head on too much. He tries to put the pressure in the lanes with Radiance. Should not be too hard. Honestly, the only thing I don't like about Ember build with the Radiance, even though I think it's a pretty useful tool, is that compared to Maelstrom, you push so much slower. The Maelstrom usually pushes faster with the Sleight of Fist.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Do I have the guide on? That's hilarious. This is like a Tortellinas, I think.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiant's oh, finds Stroll Warlord. He's stunned. Nope.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No way. Is he gonna kill the courier? Is he gonna find the courier? Look at that courier. Look at that courier. Don't let it die. Look at the poor boar. Oh, no. How can you have this little... What? Look at your boar. There's an Ember behind it. You saw the direction. You saw the Ember killing your creeps. Where do you think he's going to go to? Oh, God. I mean, he deserves to die because that's the ugliest courier I've ever seen. See, this is why. This is the difference between the two teams. RRQ has this beautiful courier, you know, that looks like an Octarine core. It's the Bubble Butt courier, you know. It looks like an Octarine core and just cute and kind of adorable, flaps his wings stupidly. That other courier is horrendous. Is horrendous looking.
A prize.
Now, Ember himself keeps doing the split pushing tactic. Again, I really would like to go, if he wants to do this a lot, then I really think the Maelstrom is a bit better, but, or a cheaper option than the Shivas. This is more of a burst magical damage build to some degree, and it's okay. I really do like the Shivas a lot on the Ember in general, because the armor it gives you, but you're up against Troll Warlord. Is the Shivas really what you want to do? Up against him, he's going to destroy you anyway. It's all about the bashes, right? Once he gets enough farm, it's just about finding you and bashing you to death. It's not like you can survive that, so especially with the blade mail, does not seem to transition very well onto a Shiva. I do just like the Maelstrom to go for a bit of split pushing and add to your damage, but I guess Yabiyu still does not want to play from behind. Walking away. Look at that, just making sure he never gets caught by anyone. Because of course you are fighting against the possible Reaper side that gets caught. The Lincolns would also not be a bad idea, frankly. Stop the Cold Feet and the Reaper Scythe. Two of the most important spells here to stop this troll, or December, sorry. Together with Rod of Atos, actually. Rod of Atos also not mistake to stop. So all three can stop by Lincolns. They don't have any, I mean the only stuns that can stop him besides that are obviously Echo Slam and Fissure, but Tuhoi. Warding at this point, I don't know. What? Dude! You can't be that far away without someone to help you. I guess he's just... No, he wasn't warding. There was no wards. I mean, he had sentries. With this Dark Curry response, and we can see it in its full glory of disgusting pig thing. I wouldn't even eat this ham. That's how bad looking it is. If they offered me ham from this pig, and I'm a big fan of ham because I'm Spanish, I would not even eat it. Where could you get the ham from? I don't think it even has good ham. You know? Ham comes from like over here, this area, right? So it's a very small area. I don't think the foot looks that nice. This one has way too much muscle, so for some reason. So I wouldn't cut that leg either if you want to make ham out of the other leg, which is odd. I suppose you could make some nice bacon. Or some stomach. Or some about meeting or cooking, I suppose. Not really cooking, butchering, yeah, butchering. See, in today's stream, we're learning everything. We're learning how to feed. We're learning how to play amazing embers, and we're learning how to literally feed your children by cutting down couriers. What an kidding, sorry. It's in the pause time, you know, just a bit of jokes. Usually very professional stream. My name's D Swordfish, by the way. Voidstone Ultimate Orb. Are we seeing a scythe of... I think so. Still a bit far away from it, but he's not even at the 420 gold per minute. This puck is okay. I think he's a really big investment here so early without the extra thing, but it's pretty good against the Warlord. It's not as BKB. Once you see the BKB, you either have two options with puck. One of them being the Aghanims, the other one being for the Scythe of Ice instead. In fact, the Scythe of Ice might even be better than the Aghanims most of the time. You don't have any ways of pushing him out or anything, so it's not like the... And he can still change into ranged. When it's a ranged melee hero, it's one of the few ones that's still ranged in melee, so if you can turn it to rage or melee as Troll Warlord, then... yeah, you simply can't. You just simply can't really stick him in the Dream Coil and hope he won't heal damage. So Scythe of Ice is a much more effective way of doing... You know, I would like to see on the Juggernaut rather than this Lincolns that he's building, actually. I mean, Lincolns is fine, because I've already talked about how useful Lincolns would be on the Ember. But I would rather see Lincolns on the Ember and Juggernaut going for an Electrical Blade, which seems like a very, very good way of stopping the troll, rather. As you bash him, bash him, bash him, bash him. But I don't know what time. Don't post links because it'll automatically ban you, but I understand that you were probably just trying to beat Phelps. Yeah, I get hungry. I get hungry during my cast, what can I say? Especially when you see, like... Damn. I'm on admin this time, so I'm not supposed to ask what the pause is or whatever. These guys know each other though. They're from the same city actually. Both from Greater Jakarta. Oh no, sorry, both from Jakarta. Greater Jakarta is not technically this. They're both Jakarta, but Greater Jakarta technically means the outskirts of this. Whereas these both teams are both from Jakarta, technically, or they're based in Jakarta. I don't know if they're both from Jakarta. The Phi Boy himself actually used to play in Ark. Where's Joe? As Joe never casts SCA, you're gonna... That's how it goes. I am sorry to disappoint you. Because, I don't know what to tell you, man. He's never casted SCA before. That's it. Radiance. Yabu. And oh, he's had to go away from the Shivas and into the Octarine core. Honestly, just Lincolns, man. There's no need for the Octarine either. It's not gonna add to your offensive potential too much, really, with the kind of build you went for. It's an odd build that you would go for Radiance and again, not Maelstrom, but I guess he deals a lot of damage right now with that. Octarine for the extra healing, is that really that useful? That's it. Yeah, too much HP or armor to really sustain that. There's a decent amount of armor with the Blade Mail, but not enough to the point where the Octarine will allow him to heal back up completely, even with a Flame Guard Radiance. You don't have Maelstrom either, which is a bit of more of a burst healing. Or Shivas, mind you. Shivas would be really good for Octarine. Again, Tuhoi. Okay, dude. What was his purpose here? He warded. Okay, he warded this. This life is worth the ward at this point. I mean, it's kind of sacrificial support. You would think he's creating space, but he really isn't because they're just he's just in the way. Like, they're gonna go and push the top lane like, oh, by the way, I just saw this Ancient Apparition. Should we kill him? It's getting to that point where he's gonna be dead for longer than the Ice Blast has a cooldown. Meaning that now you're gonna lose a lot of valuable seconds that you could just be Ice Blasting, which might... Is this ward really worth your life, man? I don't think... This ward's not even that good to begin with. I don't see what you're trying to see with that ward at this point in the game. You know, a bit of rotations, I suppose, but it's not that great of a rotational ward because they don't need to go through here. If they go through here, you see them, but if they go through here, you don't see them at all. Whereas if you move the ward, for example, right over here, or actually right over here, you'd see the same amount of rotation if they went through the lane, right? Hell, if you... Yeah. It's not like they're ever going to do like that. Or they might, but that's again, if you see them, then you lose track of them immediately. And you still have this whole area which is not covered by your reward. I don't know why he did that. I hate Dota when it does that. This whole area. I'm not even going to cast Tuhoi's death at this point. So there's this whole area that's not covered by your ward whatsoever, and you just know that they rotated somewhere there. So you can scan, I suppose, but you still don't know where the enemy team is, and they have superior vision because Night Stalker. So going against those kind of, like, rotational wards are not good against teams that have superior vision in general, because first of all, they'll see them and just destroy them, and because Night Stalker will just do that at some point. And second of all, there's just no purpose. You can't fight without vision. The vision is very necessary for you, whereas Night Stalker just take it away. And especially when the darkness comes out, this ward sees absolutely nothing. It sees around this area more or less. So I actually want to see when the darkness comes out. We'll see if we'll activate it soon. Anyway, I wasn't mad. I was just clarifying. Sorry, sometimes I come off as
I'll take that as tribute.
Maybe a bit aggressive. It's not my intention. I'm not bothered by it. Cheers, though. Thanks for the compliment. But yeah, Joe will be here for EU. I really thought you just wanted to see it. Oh, next up, they go for the Jakiro. Look at him go. Fissured up, and they want to turn this pig into ham. Glimmer Cape, and surprise! Invisibility, invulnerability. Echo's not even committed here. He's the middle of the wall replica, creating too many illusions, and he's gonna end up going down. The Ice Blast will hit Yabiyu here, finally useful. The Void stops Blaiku, and they stop the Echo Slam from happening again. As the Hexed Up Darkseer can be destroyed here. Reveal very low on HP. 2 more attacks will do the trick, but the root does not hit Yabiyu. He evades it with Sleight of Fist. However, the Darkseer does go down. Yabiyu still with the great escape. Able to outrun Facehugger, who has no more spells, and Logic now finally joins the fray. Omnislash available, the Fireboy has the Ghost Shot, not with the silence from the Waning Rift. Fantastic, as Tuhoi just, at this point, he's just a sacrificial lamb. Destroyed right in the trees. That was a really good, well-timed Waning Rift. Notice how he weighs just a second extra, because he wanted to use the Ghost Shard plus the Magic Stick immediately, and the Logic actually did use the Diffusal Blade because he didn't expect the puck to be so good at it, but he waited just a microsecond extra and then went for the Waning Rift. Okay, now we see a Hexed Up Earthshake. He has no Echo Slam anyway. He's gonna follow through. Waning Rift, stands for too long. No fissure now. Rooted up Throw Water, by the way, taking way too much damage here. That's half his HP. And Koala has a Dream Coil, which he still hasn't committed here. Okay, now I want to see how much... How is this? This is the worst ward I've ever seen. It doesn't see anything with darkness. When you have the Night Stalker in the enemy team, you do have to put wards that are a bit odd, I suppose, because he's going to deward them. But you also have to put wards that have some vision while darkness comes out. And now this does nothing. It does not give you security. It does not see rotation. It does not give you vision over an area you might fight against or you might fight in. It's just useless.
Generation.
I agree that it's worse if EVOS is playing Dark and they get team wiped and AA is dying a lot. But a lot of his deaths are him being out of position or not really valuing AA. Creating space is not just about dying and saying, okay, but at least I created some space. You have to understand when it's important to die or when it's important to ward and when it's important not to ward. When going for a smoke gank, for example, or something like that, when you're thinking about it, you can put wards down. You can't put a ward down in the middle of nighttime and expect not to die and then go like, well, at least I created space. That's not a good play. You know, not much criticism because he's not a bad player. Tuhoi is fine. It's just with an Ancient Apparition, he plays a bit too aggressively. And sometimes he wards during the nighttime, for example, where he's just going to PT warded. He does not even take advantage of the daytime, which you get regardless of darkness. He doesn't ward defensively, for example, which you could very much be doing just to get some recovery for his team. He doesn't ward around the right areas, etc., etc. And again, found out. And like there, he was just farming the lane. You know, that's what I mean. Like I don't catch him immediately. I'm not gonna follow AA all the time to see what he's doing and why he's dying. But there, he was honestly just farming the lane. And you show yourself as Ancient Apparition to farm the lane. And I know it's because you don't care about dying anymore. You're kind of giving up on your whole thing. Like, what's the purpose of that, really? But taking away your Ice Blast. Now you don't have Ice Blast for 20 seconds. Sure, enemy team can't really play around or in favor of you, really, because of how useless you are and how quickly you come back into the game. But not him as a player, but him as a hero right now. With level 13 Ancient Apparition, it's not that useful. But the Ice Blast is still a pretty powerful technique in general. I mean, he went for Midas, and that's all he got because he could not actually save up for anything else because he's dying too often. Look at how many deaths he has. 16. 16, dude. He's going for the Mouth Award. Except he's not going to win this game. No. Did they have a smoke of some sort?
Dire are scanning.
Nope. I don't know if they have smoke or not, to be honest, because I can't tell. There's valve further away from me. I can't see. But they're going to be able to take the Roshan down, at the very least. That's good. A logic takes the Aegis to the Immortal. And who took the cheese actually there? Oh, Seal died. Oh, look at that. Pretty good. Cheese was for Ember. Okay. He's going for Shivas. That makes sense when you're going for Young Korean core. You need the Shiva Blast to actually heal you up considerably. It's a good amount of heal. Logic comes in. Ooh, the heck's gonna stop the initiation from the Dark Shot. That's impressive and really good. As now there's no vacuum to put you into the Echo Slam. They don't have great team fight anymore. And goes Facehugger, tries to stop the Logic, but remember, he still has that Aegis. So if he messes up a bit, he still has that second life to come back in. That Hex has done wonders, by the way. This puck has been playing really well. So close to that level 25 for the extra gold. Nope, the Hex. I want to find the Necropause. Fuck. Jaunting. Oh, he did jaunt, actually. I'm behind. That's a twinkle. No, he does not. And Tuhoi gonna die again. They want to chase him down. Diffusal Blade even commit. Tuhoi might survive. Ice Blast in 4 seconds. Can they stop it? The Echo Slam onto the puck. 3% as well. Goodbye, puck. Tuhoi still alive. Ice Blast perfectly timed. Illogic now stuck between a sword and a hard place. As he's gonna be destroyed. Meanwhile, the Ember healing back up best he can with that Flame Guard, but he's stuck for too long. He doesn't even need to cheat because he knows he's gonna die anyway. And he just wasted 2 buybacks for absolutely nothing. No, sorry, 1 buyback for absolutely nothing. Yes, you forced the buyback on the Darkseer, but it was more than worth it for a team that defended their racks valiantly. And here's what you can still do. They still have the potential to fight this. They could still most definitely win this game, even after the 15k lead that RRQ has. RRQ losing their 2 cores there was crucial. They lost the Aegis as well, and the only thing they keep...
Invisibility.
Now a Dust that sees absolutely no one. Face look at that tower. Goes down. Dual breath. And that tower, standing next to the glyph. Facehugger though, pretty tanky. They bounce it back up. Remember, he saw the BKB. Ice Path misses this time. Can't find it. Ice Path now comes in. Perfect target with the combination. They actually stop it immediately. What? A Dream Goal stopped the counter initiation from them. Wow, EVOS could not follow through with that. I mean, they do take the tower though. So that means shrines are now able to be destroyed by both teams. However, these guys seem to have a much easier shrine taking time. Juggernaut and Ember are going to be coming back very soon. They don't want to force this because
barracks are under attack.
Alright, Boots Travel going to be coming soon for the Juggernaut. I think that's pretty bad. Yes. And he's going to start taking a shrine for a bit more gold. You can see the Troll and Juggernaut be kind of even now in terms of net worth. Like 2,000 gold difference is nothing at this point. And Troll actually is even going for 10 KB. Alright. I mean, you don't see a butterfly at all on anyone else on the Juggernaut at all, but you do see the Radiance on the Ember. The damage that the MKB adds to you as a Troll Warlord is pretty high, so that's good. He still has the buyback though, which is the most impressive part about this. He doesn't even have his boots, and he's still able to run pretty quick. That is one of the best parts about Troll. He has a 4.45 movement speed with just Sanjay and Yasha and his natural movement speed from Berserker's Rage. That's great. That is fantastic. Screw boots if you don't need them, yeah. He finds anyone they're dead. Oh, a logic. This is a perfect target. Oh, smoke. Broke. There it is. Echo Slab just to ensure this kill. Goodbye, Juggernaut. They wasted the Reaper Scythe there. I mean, come on. He's had Lincoln for a while. But we see that Lincoln's really not have much effectivity on a...
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
And now Ember Spirit, he's been hexed up. Facehugger joins in, and can he get a stun? The fissure stops him. Another stun. No, Facehugger. It seemed like it triggered, but it did not. The root though stops Night Stalker in his tracks. Shepherd, where are you going? You'll scepter up, and he's gonna fall to his death as the Ice Path tries to save him, but only gives him a couple seconds of life. A seal though might not be so lucky. I say so lucky because he died quickly. Oh, the courier. Kill the Bubble Walk courier. Yeah! Long live the boar. Long live the ham. As Facehugger comes in and wants to turn this dragon extinct again. With the hex. They turn him into a pig. He's confused about his, animal, gender, whatever it is. And he ends up going down because of that confusion. What do you call species? Species. Yeah, that's it. Why animal, gender? Jesus Christ. Anyway. Facehugger in that mid lane. They're gonna start the push up. After all, Jug's dead. The Night Stalker and Jakiro are dead as well. You forcing some buybacks is more than enough right now. But you taking a Rax in the process, why not? Like, this is the bad thing. Juggernaut doesn't want to buy back, so Jakiro forced to buy back. Night Stalker doesn't want to buy back either. And Juggernaut finally came back, but the Rax have already been taken. And you just forced to buy back on Jakiro for absolutely nothing. Out of pressure. Pretty good. EVOs are really coming back. Tuhoi space creation worked out after all. He actually went for a solo crest. Yes. Yes, Tuhoi. Show them who's boss. Why get an Ags when you can just get a solo crest? I actually like the solo crest a lot for pushing high ground, to be honest. I think it's a pretty good item to push high ground in addition to add some damage to the troll. And it's crucial to kill the Juggernaut. One of the worst agility gains for carries in the game, 2.4. So he didn't actually get that much armor. I mean, troll has too much more for 2.5, but he does get the bonus armor from the Berserker's Rage, which kind of makes up for it. Troll's much more even in stats actually, 2.5, 2.5, and no mana, but doesn't need any mana, so he's fine about that. I mean, especially with the Scotty, just using so much stats. I mean, the troll is actually a very hard kill. Logic is thinking about going onto him, but he's wondering, the troll is here so confidently farming. There must... Yes.
prize.
We see a Yule Scepter that finds Yabiu, sticks him to the ground. First game of the season into a long game which might end up in a comeback in the weirdest way possible by EVOS. Don't let your Indonesian brethren beat you. You are the best team in Indonesia, EVOS. There's still a chance for you to demonstrate it. There's still a chance for you to demonstrate it. Sorry. And now, Facehugger. I mean, he is. It's level 25. He's more than set with that butterfly. And it's not, the buyback won't increase. Sorry, that's what I was thinking in my mind. There's the root of the Reaper Scythe. They actually cancel the Lincolns. That was perfect. Necrophos really well played. Able to destroy Logic for so long. They have to force a buyback now. As they go for more, Facehugger sees a puck in the distance and thinks maybe we could kill him, but from the backlines, Duhoy finds two enemies. Here's the Darkseer, he's been silenced, can't continue this aggression. Duhoy might able to walk away alive. No Ice Blast though. Duhoy freezes the Ember and still fights with the Solar Crest. Look at this man go! Nobody can kill this ancient apparition. He's too quick, he's too good. Duhoy will make you into food. And look at Avil fighting against the Night Stalker. Reaper Scythe finds him, and now the Fire Pig cannot stop the ancient apparition. This godlike creature that's able to destroy the entire enemy team without dying. That region is out of this world. And now EVOS take a 4-man wipe. All thanks to this man. I mean, he didn't do much, but I'm just surprised that he lasted that long. And now a running pig. Darkseer. Ooh, squeal like a little piggy. As he might not be able to get alive, the vacuum clears the trees, but Puck does not jaunt to it. Very clever choice there. Using the phase shift immediately. Can Avil stop this? Yes, he can. And the Scythe of Vice is available to ensure the Puck can't get away. Duhoy joins the fray. Another trick by the Puck, but this time it will not work as the Reaper Scythe finds him anyway. And he's gonna go to the land of the dead for a good 120 seconds. Standout player this match. Does everyone agree? Duhoy MVP. That ancient apparition who dies 16 times and then comes back at the end like, hey guys, I got a Solar Crest. I am God now. Anyway, he is gonna get the Malk Award. 416, man. Terrible score, still wins the game. Fantastic. As he goes. He destroys the tower quickly. They destroy it. Sorry, I don't know why I'm still talking like I'm too much. They destroy the tower quickly. Facehugger, really good pushing potential. Puck is forced to buy back. Juggernaut doesn't want to. He's been hexed up though. Forced to die back, and they get it with the Reaper Scythe. The Puck is dead for too long. That means no more Puck for the rest of the match. As the Juggernaut, oh sorry, it's Yabiu, tries to do some creep skipping, but you have no tower pushing, my friend. All you do is magical damage, and that does not hurt the towers. Your fire cannot melt the rock of his beautiful dire towers as the Radiant is taken down by some axe-throwing maniac by the name of Facehugger. The Omnicide starts to jump, but the first hit bash is there, and he's been stunned 2 times in a row. That means the Juggernaut will also go down, forced to buy back immediately. Duhoy creating space, going back to his habit of dying all the time. And in the middle of this, RQ managed to survive just barely. As EVOS is forced to back away. Maybe they want to fight this. They lose the high ground for their advantage. They don't have a vacuum though. And a blinking Juggernaut walks in. They want to force the dieback. A rooted up Troll Warlord forced to walk away. Sheffer also blinks in. They stun him for a while. And now the hexed up Ember Spirit. Can they kill him in time? No, they Glimmer Cape him just at the last second. The Ice Path finds 2. And they want to continue this, but they don't kill anyone just yet. Then Troll Warlord with a big KB goes up at the Sheffer. Wants to make mincemeat out of this Batman as Avil cannot be destroyed by a Logic. Using Lotus Sword to dispel that Diffusal Blade debuff.
I'll take that as tribute.
And with that, they live to see another day. Everyone in EVOS is happy to keep on fighting. That Morbid Mass should heal up the Troll Warlord enough as he keeps on fighting against his creeps. He does have a good amount of regen anyway. Wow. What a game, guys. What a game. Constant back and the last stand by RQ.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. The Dire now have mega cubes.
No, we're back. Okay, we did not miss that final team fight. Oh, we missed Tuhoi dying. Okay, that's all that happened. Sorry about that small delay, guys, but we didn't miss anything big here. I mean, EVOS had the lead anyway, so yeah, we didn't miss anything big. Oh, they did take the last rack, so we might have missed the team fight here. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. They're fighting against Mega Creeps now. No? Yeah, they are. There, the Mega Creeps. Look at how cool they look. All they're armored up, and their steroids, their spikes. Because in Dota, whenever something is cool in Dota, you can add spikes to it. Anyway. Oh, heads up Earthshaker. Turn him into ham. Oh, first step saves him, Flyku. Fissure stops the Juggernaut. The vacuum as well. He wants to continue this. He still has a blink dagger available. Dream Cold will stop him. The Reaper's died, and the Juggernaut has been reaped. With Koala. Now the next target of aggression. He was forced away. They already took the Roshan anyway. Facehugger with the Aegis. The Fissure stops the Ember in his tracks. He's forced to. And now, this is going to be the last fight. 130 seconds, guys. 130 seconds without the Juggernaut. How are you supposed to spend this? You just walk in, they find the dragon, and they're going to turn this two-headed dragon into a two-headed corpse. Maybe not. First they go for the easy kill onto the puck. That's your initiation gone. Yabiu, the only core left. What are you going to how are you going to survive this? The Echo Slam actually misses. But they can still attack these towers. The Mega Creeps join the fray as well, because why not? The Troll Warlord blinks in. He still has the edge. The cheese on the Necrophos. Yabiu tries to get that kill. Eats the cheese. Facehugger still alive. And he still has the Aegis. One hexed up Ember Spirit to go as the Reaper Scythe ensures his death. That's EVOS winning the first game of this season with a magnificent comeback. I cannot ask for a better game to start us off.